So adopting a comfortable posture. Whether that's sat in a chair or on a yoga seat. And aligning your spine to the sky. Feeling space in between each vertebrae as you allow your spine to rise, gently tucking the chin in. Allowing the energy to flow up the spine into the head and down the center of the body by making the connection with the tongue into the gums just behind the teeth. And then when you hear the sound of the bells, make a commitment, solid commitment to be physically still. Set up your posture, arrange your comfortable position, and then sink into a relaxed stillness. The body may feel a little bit kind of tense at first, but allow it to relax into stillness without losing the integrity of your posture. Assume the bells have sounded because it's not playing on my computer. So adopting your stillness. If you're new to the sense of just sitting absolutely still, you may find there's a little bit of resistance. The mind's not used to You're not responding to its beck and call. It's so important in these times to be able to tame the mind. And it's very simple. You just have to remain very still. And simply let gravity take its course. Let your attention naturally fall into the pelvis, into the belly, with gravity. It takes a little bit of time. The more you practice the stillness, the swifter it will happen. And fundamentally, there is a letting go of control that is happening here. For the period of the sitting, you're relinquishing responsibility for anything. The body is here, the body will function. Your breath will move all by itself. Your only responsibility is to remain still. And allow the sense of openness in your body to for your nervous system to receive the silent stillness. What the mind can't possibly grasp sometimes in this still sitting is that there is no agenda. And this kind of sense of redundancy the mind rebels against. But as long as you allow your attention to just naturally fall into the belly, and begin to allow your breath to breathe for you, as it always does. We can take control of it, guide it, as we do in pranayama, or when we need to take a deep breath. But none of that is needed here. It's all about allowing the body to be completely natural. Giving it a moment of time and space in your day for it to just be. You may notice the breath sometimes wants to take a deep breath in and exhale something out and flow with it. Trust the process of stillness. Or the unfolding of stillness. Feel that sense of openness in your chest and in the mind, or in the head, should I say. And have a little gentle inner smile. This inner smile allows the body to relax just a little bit deeper so that the attention can fall into the pelvis. And in these sittings, any movement of thought, sensation in the body, feelings, and even emotions is called mind. Or brain in action, brain creating some kind of hormonal response that manifests as feelings and sensations. Let the biology of the body just simply happen whenever it needs to express, then it is seen. It's not given attention to, it's just seen in awareness. We're not observing it, we're not watching it, for that implies that there is somebody watching. Seeing is different. Seeing is where it's just seen and it passes. An observer is someone who stays alert, waiting for something to happen. The seer, if you want to give it a title, just rests as awareness. Effortless, relaxed awareness. There may be a preconception or idea that meditation should be about striving to be completely silent. Or quietening the mind. None of this is needed here. For true meditation is just simply allowing everything to be as it is. It's not about trying to change it, wishing it was different. It's simply allowing what needs to arise to arise. And seeing it from the root of your being. Sometimes it's helpful to just have the eyes like 1/10 open, ever so slightly, just enough light to awaken the nervous system from a sense of sleepiness or slumber, where the attention can just kind of drift off into the mind, into a shape. Just stay with the absolute simplicity of remaining still. Rest in your attention in the belly. And surrendering the control of the breath. If there was a key moment in your still sitting meditation practice, whatever you like to call it, it is that moment. Where time becomes timeless. Past and future become now. Mind becomes presence. And it's all in that moment where the breath is surrendered. And with like any spiritual practice or tradition, there is a japa where it is done again and again. For the mind will return The being is not some place you reach and then, like some top of a mountain where you've reached it. The being is the mountain itself. It doesn't matter whether you're at the top or the bottom or in the middle. The mind will, its nature is to be eternally moving, perpetual. And one of the greatest gifts of life is the moment that you realize that it is pointless in trying to stop it. The realization of that brings immense relief and relaxation. But can you be at peace with the perpetual movement? If you rest as awareness itself, as that unchanging being, then whatever the mind presents will not disturb your peace. You can either take peace from the mind or a piece of the mind. Different spellings of the word. If you give your attention to the mind, you give a piece of yourself. When we rest as awareness, then we have peace from mind. The mind becomes like the wheel spinning, and we rest in the center. Effortlessly still. And this peace from the mind does not have to end when this sitting finishes. It is something that can be imbued into your whole day. For the mind will be continually moving. Whether we're in meditation or whether we're active in the world. The key is to be able to still see the mind's movement in your waking state. Ultimately, that's what meditation is for. Almost like training ourselves to rest as awareness. And whatever arises in the day, allowing it to happen. Some days, a still sitting will be immensely quiet, blissfully peaceful. Some days, a sitting will be full of noise. Neither is better than the other. For if you rest as awareness, then both are a phenomenal play of the mind. Do not trick yourself into feeling that that immense, still peace, blissful, is the goal. For then when noise arises, there is annoyance and resistance. Do not place more importance to either. then the real peace from the mind will infuse itself into your whole day. The final bell rings. May all beings be happy. May all beings live in peace. May all beings be free.